even when we was doing the obstacle thing, you threw out, oh, bitch.
You understand why I called you a bitch?
Why? Explain this to me, and then that's going to be the last time you're going to do that.
It's only day 2 in the last resort, but already Big Ed is fearlessly ruffling the feathers of ex-NYPD cop Kelly. The man's over here acting like he's the king of the world, but he's about to be brought back down to earth.
You think I'm afraid of anybody?
You don't have to be afraid.
You
don't
really
have
think?
to be
No.
afraid. That might
You
be
think
hard
I'm afraid
for
of
them.
anybody? I don't care who they are. I'm a young cunt. Come at me and I'll take you down.
Sorry, Ed, but black belt or not, my money's firmly with Kelly. He would squish your ass. Now, before we unpack all of the insults, all of the bruised egos, and all of these guys jostling to be alpha male, let's rewind back to the start. So, Big Ed and Liz have joined a number of other cast members at the Last Resort Hotel for 2 weeks to try and fix their very broken relationships. But let's be honest, for Ed and Liz, the next 2 weeks are going to have very little to do with Liz and everything to do with Ed. He just can't help himself. He needs to be centre of attention. And all the other couples, all the other big egos are very concerned.
I was kind of shocked to see small Ed. I'm worried that Ed can be distraction for everybody because he's narcissistic and all what he wants is just talk about himself. He's small distraction.
So after hearing all of the relationship drama that the other couples are going through, Ed and Liz feel pretty good about their relationship. In Ed's mind, every single thing is a competition and he needs to end up on top.
We're not the worst couple here.
I have hope for us right now.
I think we're in first place. I think we're the number one couple.
Whoa. Wait, I can't possibly continue without bringing attention to the way that Liz is just perched on top of Ed. She's delicately balancing on his belly, and I think we all know this is probably an unwelcomed insight into what their private life is like. It's creating all sorts of visuals that I desperately need to erase from my mind. Now, moving swiftly on, when we join them the next morning, all of the couples of the Last Resort have been tasked with an activity. The aim is to test and hopefully improve their communication skills.
How the couples work together, how they problem solve, how they deal with conflict, how they communicate. That's what we're looking for.
So guys, we're gonna do a partner exercise.
Right, so let's just see how many of these boxes we feel Ed checks. Teamwork, huge no. Problem solving skills, absolutely not. Dealing with conflict, yeah, right. And lastly, communication. That's a joke, right? So what is the challenge that they'll be doing? Well, one partner will be blindfolded and the other will need to guide them around an obstacle course.
So you can't touch them or guide them.
Just only communicate with your mouth.
That's even trickier, okay.
And then you'll continue on. You're gonna guide your partner to 5 blocks and assemble them.
So with Ed being blindfolded, he has to listen only to Liz's voice to guide him. You'd think this would be tough, right? I mean, it has been for every other couple so far, but not Ed. Look how intently he's concentrating here. He looks like that Keanu Reeves meme. He means business. He's always got to win. He's always got to be number one, remember?
Right, stop, slow down. Right. That. I think he can see.
Don't cheat, big guy.
You know you're not listening to anything I'm saying?
Somehow, magically, blindfolded and with no guidance from Liz, Ed's just whizzing through this obstacle course. Could he really be that amazing? He's so talented. I've never seen anything like it. What a man. That must be how he gets all these ladies. Or he's cheating. He's a cheat. He's a great big liar looking through his blindfold just so he can win.
So that's cheating, huh?
Yeah.
This is therapy.
I studied the course.
You're supposed to be taking this serious. It's actually pretty pathetic. He cheated in a therapy session.
It's beyond pathetic. Ed can't even pretend for 24 hours that he's there to fix his relationship. He needs to try and prove himself. He needs to try and prove that he's the best at bursting water balloons in hula hoops. Can you guys smell that? That smells like little man syndrome. This is a Napoleon complex, and it's wafting over from Big Ed's direction. Now, the funniest part of this whole exercise is that with Michael not there to support Angela in person, Jovi acts as her partner. And I think it says everything you need to know that Jovi and Angela win the challenge. That's right, the couple that aren't actually a couple have the best communication without cheating. And Ed can't handle it.
He didn't run across the line. Isn't that a disqualification? That's bull.
Ed, let it go.
I'm not gonna let it go.
Let it go.
You called me a cheater, bitch.
So let me get this straight. Ed cheated, then tried to get a team that won fair and square disqualified. And then he started a fight with someone who called him a cheater, even though he cheated. Did I get that right? Now, as the therapists debrief all of the couples, Ed proves beyond any doubt exactly where his priorities lay. And it wasn't in trying to mend his broken relationship.
I didn't really get it until I sat down and I saw that I don't trust Liz. And I was gonna do whatever I could, to win. And that's why I cheated.
Look, we all know that their relationship is a nightmare, so I'm just going to gloss over the fact that Ed has openly stated he doesn't trust Liz. I don't think that's a surprise for any of us. But what I really want to dig into is Ed's obsession to win. Ed's a narcissist, we all know that. He thinks he's the best, he sees himself as the alpha, and he proves it here by doing whatever it takes to get to the top. Even if that means hurting his partner in the process.
At the end of the day, you cheated, and it just shows that you're not listening and you're not trusting.
Sorry, Liz, but Ed doesn't give a flying f***. In fact, he has absolutely no f***s left to give, and he proves that later that evening by getting in the public hot tub completely butt naked.
We're out of resort. You can't do that here.
For a man that looks like that, he's certainly got a lot of confidence, doesn't he? Like, if we all had just a microscopic amount of Ed's self-esteem, the world might be a better place. But unfortunately, Ed is hogging all of the self-confidence for himself, and he's about to become a real nuisance.
What the hell is going on?
Hello?
This ain't a hot tub. This is my bathtub.
Oh my God!
Oh my.
Wow, if that had been anyone but Angela, Ed might have had a lawsuit on his hands. His need to expose himself like that to women is not only gross, but it also plays into the whole alpha thing that he thinks he's got going on. He thinks he's the big swinging dick. He thinks he's the one in power, he's the one in control. So he's swinging around his one-eyed winkler trying to get a reaction. Any reaction, anything will do. Laughter, anger, discomfort, just as long as he's got attention, he'll take it.
He gets the Medal of Courage because Michael's about 3 inches bigger. Okay, I'm just kidding. Just there's no comparison.
I like to think I've got a classy channel. I'm not going to cover dick measuring contests, but it's hilarious to confirm what we always knew. He might swing his personality around like he's a big man, but Big Ed isn't so big. Now, as Molly and Kelly come round the corner, they come to join in the hot tub action. Ed quickly pops back on his swimming trunks. Why? Out of respect, maybe? Well, I doubt it. It's probably much less fun when there's another man around.
Ed, do what you did to me. Why don't you in front of Kelly?
I will later.
No, you will not. I know Kelly will not the up. And then again, you might laugh.
Ed knows that if he tried to pull that stunt in front of Kelly, he'd have his arse handed to him. There's absolutely no way he'd get away with it. So that's why he quickly put on his shorts, pretending like it was his choice. Sure, he might be trying to make a joke of it, like, yeah, I'll do it to Kelly later on, but Kelly doesn't see the funny side. Now, Kelly's willing to let it slide for the time being, but it is going to pop back up. For now, the 5 of them have magically somehow all managed to squeeze into the hot tub. They begin to discuss today's therapy session, but just watch Ed.
How is it seeing each other after a couple months? I mean,
just want to tell you guys that I love you, and I hope everything works out.
It's literally the first conversation the group started that didn't revolve around Ed, but he couldn't even last 15 seconds without inserting himself into it. He abruptly interrupts Molly and has to make it all about himself. Now, that behaviour might fly at home with Liz, but here he's in completely different company.
And you know that you like to take over all the conversations. You like to...
No.
No. Do you not get a lot of attention?
Kelly has reached his limit with Ed. He's been pissed since the challenge when Ed called him a bitch. And now Ed's constant interrupting is the last straw. He's gonna call him out on it. But how dare he? Doesn't he know Ed is never in the wrong?
Even when we was doing the obstacle thing, you threw out, oh, bitch.
Do you understand why I called you a bitch?
You explain this to me, and then that's going to be the last time you're going to do that.
Now, in fairness to Ed, he seems to throw the word bitch around to everyone, so I don't think it was a targeted attack on Kelly. But at the same time, Kelly is entitled to feel disrespected, so he's drawing a boundary here. He's telling Ed, that's the last time you call me a bitch. And Ed doesn't like that one bit. He sees it as a challenge to his power.
Whatever, man. Don't
I'm
try
letting you know, right? You're not going to talk down on me. I'm not Liz.
You better watch who you step to when you're going to call another man a bitch, because you might get your fill plowed.
Ed's reaction is classic narcissism. He needs to be adored, and the fact that Kelly isn't is a threat to him, even if Kelly is absolutely in the right. That leaves Ed with no option. Someone is trying to test his power, so now Ed has to show them who's the alpha.
You think I'm afraid of anybody?
You don't have to be afraid.
You don't have to be
No.
afraid. That might
You
be
think I'm
hard
afraid
to
of
swallow.
anybody? I don't care
No,
who
but
they
you
are.
need your
I'm a
place.
young cunt. Come at me and I'll take you down.
Not to be funny, but Ed seems like he has enough trouble getting up from his seat. I don't think he's taking anyone down anytime soon. The only thing Ed's crushing is probably poor Liz in the bedroom. And ex-NYPD cop Kelly certainly isn't scared. He's dealt with a lot scarier men than Ed.
He's going to roll and do cartwheels. I don't know what he's talking about.
Why are we arguing tonight?
Because
this is insane.
you called me a cheater. It was a stupid game. You high-fived with your
I
wife.
never called you a cheater.
Ed's such a hypocrite. It wasn't such a stupid game earlier on when he tried to get Jovi and Angela disqualified. Also, who's going to remind him that he did cheat? He admitted to it. So whoever's calling him a cheater is completely right.
I never did that.
Cheater.
She said I was like, and I gave her props. That's my lady. I'm going to have to.
It's car crash TV. It's tough to watch, but also impossible to look away. Look, Ed's a vulgar man. The way he treats people, the way he treats women is completely disgusting. So there are people everywhere in every corner of the globe finally hoping in Kelly he might have finally found his match. Someone might put him in his place.